Podcasts are all the rage right now. Everybody's doing it. Do you have a podcast that you want to start but you don't know how? Then stay tuned. Recently, I did a short introduction to podcasting session at a tech conference and gave them some tips and tricks on how to get their podcast off the ground. First, find a topic that absolutely resonates with your target audience.
So the thing is, with the podcast community, it's kind of like where YouTube used to be when YouTube first came out, and people are trying to figure out, okay, what is my voice? What's the communication sound like? What's the Q&A? Is it a storytelling style? So what you want to do is you want to figure out, how do you stand out from the crowd? You want to figure out what that topic is and focus on a topic that's going to make you differentiated from everyone else. You guys got that? Cool.
Second, use low tech.
Next step is, how do you create content that is going to be viable with low-key technology? So what type of podcast do you want to produce, and what does that technology look like? A lot of people are like, I don't want to create a podcast because it's so difficult. I'm going to have to get up and set up these microphones, and then I need this audio equipment and all these things. But do you guys know that there's apps out there that will help you create your podcast for you? Yeah? So make sure you tap into those particular apps. One of those apps is Anchor. Anchor will help you get your podcast out there. You can actually do podcasts via phone if you want people involved, and you can have multiple listeners at once. And what's even more interesting about Anchor is it will get you on Spotify, iTunes, and all of those other podcast networks that you guys want to be on. So make sure you take note of that, okay?
Third, build your audience so you actually have somebody to distribute to.
Lastly, everybody's like, okay, I created this podcast, I've got these episodes, but how do I get into the market, right? How do I tap into an audience? Because don't nobody want no content that ain't nobody listening to, right? All right. So if you guys have a social media following, that's already a part of your audience. So what you want to do is you're going to create a link, and you're going to put that link within your social media profile. And what's going to happen is you're going to drive traffic back to that link. So that link can go directly to your podcast. That link can go to a landing page where you can collect emails and then send people your podcast episodes. That link is going to service you in order to get and tap into your audience. And you don't have to have 20 million followers. You don't have to even have 1 million followers. You can start with a really simple base of followers, and essentially that will become your community and your network. Got it?
Leave a comment and let me know below very specifically what your podcast topic is about if you already have one, or what you want it to be about if you're looking to start one. Are you stuck when it comes to making your podcast? Have you been going in circles, going, I'm going to put this out, and 6 months later it's still not out? Then you need to sign up for my 30 Days to Podcast Masterclass. Go ahead and log on to www.commastheseries.com and enroll. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that bell button so you don't miss any of your entrepreneurial tips and tricks, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.